Go into the collar counties around Chicago, and people will tell you they don't want their tax money wasted by a welfare agency or by the Pentagon. Go into any
testing,
and folks will tell you that government alone can't teach our kids to learn. They know that parents have to teach, that children can't achieve unless we raise their expectations and turn off the television sets and eradicate the slander that says a black youth with a book is acting white. They know those things. People don't expect government to solve all their problems, but they sense deep in their bones that with just a slight change in priorities, we can make sure that every child in America has a decent shot at life and that the doors of opportunity remain open to all. They know we can do better, and they want that choice. In this election, we offer that choice. Our party has chosen a man to lead us who embodies the best this country has to offer, and that man is John Kerry. John Kerry understands the ideals of community, faith, and service because they've defined his life. From his heroic service to Vietnam, to his years as a prosecutor and lieutenant governor, through 2 decades in the United States Senate, he's devoted himself to this country. Again and again, we've seen him make tough choices when easier ones were available. His values and his record affirm what is best in us. John Kerry believes in an America where hard work is rewarded. So instead of offering tax breaks to companies shipping jobs overseas, he offers them to companies creating jobs here at home. John Kerry believes in an America where all Americans can afford the same health coverage our politicians in Washington have for themselves. John Kerry believes in energy independence, so we aren't held hostage to the profits of oil companies or the sabotage of foreign oil fields. John Kerry believes in the constitutional freedoms that have made our country the envy of the world, and he will never sacrifice our basic liberties, nor use faith as a wedge to divide us.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
3, 4, 5. We live.
Hear me?
You know, appreciate everybody tuning in to the Hood View Politics. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I am Tony, the #1 soul brother.
This is where you get the politics from the hood, the gutter, the view.
Gutter.
Down under. You know what I'm saying, Dal? If you ever disagree with anything we talk about, it's free to come in. Like Tony said, ain't no doors.
Ain't no doors. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear myself coming through these damn headphones. I don't know what's going on tonight, but I don't need to. As long as y'all can hear me.
Yeah, now.
You know.
So we got a few things going on tonight.
Yeah, quite a few.
Now they found some more shit at your man joint again.
Oh, man. Yeah, they done found some more shit.
Now
it seemed like he just being he was just a little bit way too much careless with this.
All right, first of all, they saying that all these was left behind by AIDS, right?
Right.
That was working in his house. You know what I'm saying? How they working there and shit, right? That's what he's saying. But these new ones are from when he was the Senate and Vice President.
But
now most of them are memos or notes he used to take. They call them classified now. You feel me? And like his calendars and shit from back then. They call those classified.
Okay, now was they classified back then?
Of course, they classified at the time because it was where he was going and where he was going to be. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it definitely had to be classified at the time. But that's key what you're saying though. If it's classified now, I mean, if it's unclassified now, it's no problem.
Because they can be they put classification levels on shit that been way back that wasn't classified then, but all of a sudden like notes and calendars and shit like that be classified now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a situation. It's a sticky situation because him being a senator since the 70s, and the rules and changed 100 times since then.
True. But like on the flip side, let's say now this is now 15 documents, right?
That's a lot.
Now that's a big difference from Trump. He had boxes.
Yeah, but Trump had
3 boxes.
Cases of shit.
Yeah. That's the only difference. It's 6 documents. He had like 6,900 documents and shit.
Right. He had so much shit. He had more shit than in 12 people supposed to have.
But
so,
all right, let's say he's hiding something all this time. From all this time, what can that be? Like, let's say all this time he was in control of things where he can hide something he doing. You feel me? Like, or say his son. What's the son name that they always talking about?
Who, Hunter?
Let's say his son was doing something and he had he hide that shit. You feel me? I don't know.
Actually, on the real, that's what they jive like looking for. They hoping to go in there and find something they got something to do with Hunter, so that they can they can put out there that he was hiding information, or his son was doing wrong with China and all this other shit. Yeah. But what they ain't bringing up is all that money that Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, and Ivanka Trump daughter, made from the Arabs, from the Saudis, and all that money they made when they was in office, because they benefited like a motherfucker. But we ain't gonna never hear about that.
Hell nah.
According to them, that ain't no big deal. You feel me?
Man, but if any of that shit got anything to do with this motherfucker's son, he in trouble.
Oh yeah. It's
But I know him personally ain't doing nothing to be what he had to hide. It had to be his son, because the son on coke. And they'll tell him when his son probably ran in and said, "Dad, I fucked up." You know what I'm sayne? I fucked up, man.
You see, they're gonna try to make it out to be like that if they would have found something. But come on, man, what father ain't gonna try to protect and help his son out? Especially the shit that the shit that family done been through ever since he been in public office. From even before he got in office, the accident that killed his first wife and his daughter. That had affected them peoples for years. So how would you blame him if his son was to get in trouble and he tried to help him out? Just like if that punk ass Don Jr. or that suck ass Earth got in trouble, you expect Trump to be there for his kids.
I can imagine that'd be some wild shit if he motherfuckers just coming that joint. Hey, look, Pops, I went overseas. I fucked up, bro. The whole time the nigga about to be vice president. He's like, fuck no, you ain't fucking me up.
Right, man. What the fuck you think you playing with?
Why don't go ahead and get these documents up out of here ASAP? Stick this shit in the closet.
Hey, right. Because we already know Trump been burning shit in the White House fireplace. He been doing all kind of wild shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Again, people gotta understand it's a little difference here, because Trump ignored and his case is more destructing and moving evidence after being told to bring it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he taking it on and doing what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? And taking it to another place after they tell him bring it here and shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? Bring that shit to me.
Right. You know, I need to see this shit first. Fuck all that other shit.
Now, Biden is hoping that the fact that his aides called the FBI to come get it, and this time, hoping that is a difference. You know what I'm saying? But now, again, like I said, if the son is in this thing and he ain't in one of these documents, he can hang it up, bruh.
Hang it up.
You best to fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Now, his motherfucking lawyer came on the joint and explained the differences between Trump and him, and is this a serious case or not?
I'm not really concerned from a legal standpoint that this enhances any likelihood of Justice Department action. In fact, in many ways, it does the exact opposite. The level of cooperation and voluntarily allowing FBI agents to search a sitting president's residence and come up with additional classified records, well, that at least minimizes the prosecutorial concerns. It just maximizes, unfortunately, how horrible the optics are.
So I also asked Attorney Mark Zaid about these personal handwritten notes that were taken into possession by the DOJ. He said it's very normal for FBI investigators to take anything within the time period that they see that these classifications, classified documents, existed around, and that's what they do because they want to determine if there's anything else potentially within those handwritten notes that could have some classified material. The other thing he said, though, is that these documents could very well not be classified anymore, that maybe they were classified at the time, but not really have classified material in them anymore. And again, he noted that the cases are still very different between President Biden and President Trump, namely because of how the two handled what happened after these classified materials were found, and that former President Trump obstructed, and that's one of the big potential charges that he's facing from his special counsel investigation.
That there is the big difference.
Big old difference.
Obstruction of justice.
Obstruction of justice. Obstruction of justice.
You can't have that, baby.
No, you can't have that. But like the lady was saying, we don't know if some of this stuff was classified back then, unclassified now, or whatever. Because for the simple fact, the man been in public life, he been in politics, he been in office since what, 72?
Man,
that's a mighty long time. So we don't know really what the fuck is up. But still, like I say, we play fair here on Hoodview Politics. So, you know, he shouldn't have had him there in the first place, but it is a difference. And we know, for one, we know that Joe Biden didn't take him or didn't hide him, wasn't trying to keep him and hide him from the law. You know, when it was first found, he got with the Justice Department. You know, he cooperating with the investigation, and he admitted he fucked up.
Daddy did.
So that's just, you know, we just like in the other case, he didn't admit he fucked up. He didn't say he didn't do nothing wrong. That is a witch hunt. Then why are you searching my place? Well, the FBI searched Joe Biden's place too. So you get shut up about that.
Yeah, they did. Again, they ain't had to raid it because he wasn't hiding the shit.
Well, yeah. What you had to raid it for? He would have opened the front door. He'd have been right. He would have used if it came to it, he would have used a Hoodviewpolitics no door policy, and it would have said, "Come on in,
ASAP.
All you find, you keep. Come on."
Then McCarthy went to well, he's the speaker now. Shit.
Asshole.
Now you remember when Trump did this shit? This is not Democrats were making mountain out of molehills. Now it's a big thing. Now we need investigations.
Mount Vesuvius.
Now we need all these investigations, all these committees going on now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big difference now.
But what did I say after the election? What are you going to get now from this? It's going to be a do nothing. It's going to be a do nothing house that's in the hands of Republicans. And all you're going to get is investigation, 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 investigate this, investigate that. You're not going to get nothing substantial coming out of the House. Oh, yes, you are. This jackass wants to bring Kevin McCarthy wants to bring to floor a 20, I believe it's a 23% sales tax on all Americans. Are you out of your freaking mind?
And they want to cut health care.
Want to cut health care? Want to cut Medicare? Want to gut Social Security? And
we're gonna keep a track on their ass. We're gonna take every step they take. We're gonna tell y'all about it. We're gonna show y'all the differences here. This is why we're doing it. We're gonna show you the difference between who doing what and their priorities, bro.
Right.
It's real simple.
And you know what?
Simple than that.
And you know what? Right now, I'm gonna slip in a promo for those who kicking it with us tonight, and to tell all your peoples, because we putting together a little slideshow for Tuesday's program. We're going to compare the first 2 years of the Obama administration with the first 2 years of the Biden administration, and I'm gonna tell you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what you see. And so this Tuesday night, don't forget about that. Obama versus Biden. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Obama versus Biden, Tuesday night.
But you'll be surprised how much Biden got done compared to
oh yeah,
it's crazy. That's what
so
black people's out there won't keep y'all hip to things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what we here for.
That's what we here for. We are the decoders. We decode dog whistles. We read between the lines.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we are your political interpreters.
For sure. And the thing about it now, bruh, this motherfucker, what's his name? Sanchez doing this thing now, bro.
Hey, look,
they just find everything on this boy.
Look, hey, remember we were talking about him on the show a couple weeks ago, and I was just joking at the time, and saying that we don't even know if that's his name, if his name really is George Santos.
No,
and then it came out that he was going by another name, and now the motherfucker cross-dressing. What in the hell? Hey, Republicans, this dude is an embarrassment,
bro. I don't know what's happening here.
But every week we got a topic on him, so he's the gift that keeps on giving.
I mean, anybody know now? Sanchez has been doing cross-dressing over in Mexico and Brazil. I'm trying to see.
What?
Yeah, that's him.
That's him. Oh my God. Hey, look. Hey, he said he was just having fun at a festival. Motherfucker, that's a little bit too much fun. He got on a wig, lipstick, eyeshadow, rouge. Oh man, he made him like a woman. He looked like he looked like one of them people on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And he having fun too. This is his thing. He bullshit.
Right. Hey, is that what you like? Or hey,
this is some
at last time I checked,
I think you read my mind.
The Republicans, the GOP, the Republican Party was the party of family values. Get me right if I'm wrong.
Not only that, they talking about drag queens, the demons or some shit.
Right. Now y'all got a drag queen that y'all just put this. Y'all put a drag queen on. Was it? Oh my God!
Not even that. He's just a worse lot. I couldn't think of nobody gonna lie on the level of Trump, but Republicans never fail to produce another liar. unique liar.
Hey, he done passed Trump in terms of lying and the big ass lies that he tell. Because for one, we do know Trump's real name, Donald J. Trump, or Trump, but it's out there. We know Trump is a freakazoid pervert. Let me see.
No. But look, this nigga lied and said he was Jewish. Not that.
Right.
This nigga lied and said he went with Harvard. Didn't
Right.
go no college though.
Right.
None.
Right.
Zero.
Now, we know that Trump wants to grab him by the pussy, and this motherfucker wants a pussy for somebody to grab.
You know?
He walking around Brazil and Mexico made up. So I guess he wanted to get tooted up.
I hope he don't motherfucking ever quit. Ever.
Me and you got to step out back.
Hey. Right. Hey, he's the gift that keeps on giving.
Please don't step down.
Oh my
Please stay.
Because oh my God.
He's like he gay, a Republican, everything they don't like.
That's
what he is, yo. It's just crazy. I like it. I like this. Please don't
I want to
Santos, whatever, Tony, whatever the fuck your name is, Hillary.
His name is, we don't know his real name.
This shit dumb.
We don't know what box he checking. If he a male, female, non-binary, do not say LBGTQ A through Z. We don't know what this mofo is.
He's an R for Republican for sure.
But we know that much. He's R. He's an R.
Damn sure enough for sure. God damn it. Now I think it was the 50th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade joint.
Yeah.
I think they was out there protesting again. In Atlanta, I think. A lot of shit went down in that joint too, but that reminds us to get shots out to what's that? It was 9 of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we gotta remember to keep shots out to y'all, the dream team of 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
These are the senators that stepped out a year ago, held up the Senate because the Republicans, guess what? Got rid of abortion rights. I ain't gonna say he got rid of abortion because they can still do it illegally. But the right to do it was taken away for sure.
Right. By a renegade Supreme Court.
But can a man get a vasectomy? Do he fall under this? He can't get a vasectomy even?
Let me quote Fred Sanford on this one. I don't know, and I don't want to know. Hey, I mean, but yeah, it does that fall under the same? Does a vasectomy fall under the same category? Does it fall on something that y'all don't agree with?
So it's
but go ahead.
Okay, their reasoning for not wanting abortion is what then? It's life, right?
It's a right to life.
So is that won't become a life without what though?
Without semen.
Hey, how that's gonna work? You know what I'm saying now? Without that key ingredient.
Now,
the fuck?
Hey, that's the basic ingredient. But now, this is my thinking. Now, this is me. Somebody, y'all out there that's watching, somebody please get me right if I'm wrong. Now, I would figure that they are against vasectomies too, because if like we just said, if you want women, basically they want women barefoot and pregnant. They want, and if you got knocked up by incest, rape, or whatever, they feel as though you should have that kid. Now, so if the men say, well, if abortion is illegal, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get clipped. I'm gonna go ahead and get neutered.
Let's say here.
Then your grand idea of knocking up all the women and leaving them pregnant is moot.
Cause all right, when I think about that, it's like you taking away their right to reproduce, right?
Right.
But they can't reproduce without semen. But a man
At all.
a man can get a vasectomy freely.
Right. Hey,
Hmm.
before to reproduce, hey, they need that sperm.
It says sperm live in a woman's body for 5 days until she ovulates. You need those two things, though.
Yeah, so you know.
So I wonder. I'm gonna look this up a little further.
Yeah, because
I wonder anybody even make that argument yet. Because I know ain't no white man in the Republican Party gonna vote for anything that tell them they can't get no vasectomies or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Dog? Anything they gonna say, no, that's my right. I got the rights. No. This is my body. This is my body. No.
right.
Somebody
I want to get neutered. God damn it.
Uh-huh. That would be funny. A Democrat should put that bill up and see what happens.
Right.
I like stuff
We're
like
gonna
that.
ban.
That's the kind of politics I like, nigga. Let's get sneaky and dirty. Let's see how y'all defend
right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get low down.
Hey,
saying?
that's how you gotta get though.
Fuck yeah. That's why I want some Democrats like that, man. Just like, all right, let's outthink these niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Because these niggas always want to just throw that shit around. That shit blows me. You know? It's like, you need somebody to think aggressively. Now, Hillary is a person that think aggressively, but she wouldn't act on it, right?
Okay, but here we go.
Obama was a soft cookie all the way around.
But here we go, right here. Georgia House Democrats make light of Republicans' abortion bill with vasectomy bill. The anti-vasectomy bill. Yeah, the anti-vasectomy bill. This is from the Florida Times Union by Walter C. and written by Walter C. Jones. Atlanta Democrats in the legislation plan to show their disagreement with an anti-abortion bill by holding a hearing today on their own anti-vasectomy bill. The press release from the House Democratic Caucus said the goal is to show what they called hypocrisy of a mostly male legislation passing a law on women's reproduction.
Hey, we ain't thinking nothing.
Make the money. Don't let it make you.
So yeah, it's a couple of
Democrats. I talked down on you for a second. I ain't think y'all could think of something like that, but y'all did it.
Yeah, they got what they down and dirty.
I like it. I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because here goes another one. This one from Mother Jones, from Hannah Levintova. As Republican lawmakers have pushed even more intrusive and expansive uterus-related legislation, some of their colleagues across the aisle have fired back with intentionally and equally ridiculous counterproposals, from mandatory rectal exams for guys seeking Viagra to prohibitions on sperm stifling vasectomies. Most of these male-only provisions have, unsurprisingly, flopped, but they've scored bigger symbolic gestures, spotlighting the inherent sexism of laws that regulate only lady parts, which is they right to do that, and they should have been doing this for years, because you have all of these old fake macho ass Republicans that's out here. You want to regulate what a woman can do with her body, but now you don't want to hear if they put an anti-vasectomy bill up, or tell you that if you want some Viagra, you got to get a rectal exam, and
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, and the bills, hey, we know that these bills won't pass anyway, because ain't nobody.
But they're not going to pass because
they're not going to pass.
Have men voting for it.
But
the Democrat or Republican, they're not going to vote for it.
But the symbolism of it is, you can sit there, you can sit here and pass laws and come up with all these bills to regulate what a woman do with her body. Okay, how do you feel about somebody bringing a bill to the floor on what to do with your body?
Exactly.
They tell you if your little dirty, nasty ass want to run around town and hitting everything in sight, but you don't want to have no kids. And they tell you, well, fuck that, fuck what you feel. You can't get no vasectomy. Oh, how would now you feeling the same way uh a woman is feeling when you tell a woman that she can't get an abortion.
That's some smart
Which
shit. I ain't know they did.
right.
That's smart.
Oh yeah. That was a good thing you brought up there. And you know what? We got to look at it a little bit more because it might be more. I wouldn't doubt it that it is more out there. In more legislatures and more houses and more places that they have that somebody came up with the idea.
That's true. That's true.
See, that tells you
that's how see, I did the same thing Ice Cube did. See, I fucked that up. See, I assume nobody thought it. You know what I'm saying? That's that
right.
dumbass nigga. I got the 10-point plan. Whole time the caucus done did that shit for 30 years.
Right.
Fuck wrong with you? Cause just ask them, motherfucker. Fuck wrong with you?
Oh shit! But see, we got even more. Oh man, hey, we're gonna have to do something on this because not only has it been going on, it's going on. Them two bills was Delaware. Oh, by an 8-4 vote. This was in Delaware. This is in Joe Biden's home state. By an 8-4 vote, the Wilmington, Delaware City Council recognized the personhood of semen because each egg or person and each sperm person should be deemed equal in the eyes of the government. Right. Well, now that is true. That's in Delaware. Virginia, as a state Senate debate required transvaginal ultrasounds of women seeking abortions, Senator Janet Howell proposed mandating rectal exams and cardiac stress tests for men seeking erectile dysfunction meds. I mean, which is true because if you're an old ass dude running around here and doped up off of Viagra, and you trying to hit something and fuck around and have a heart attack.
No bullshit.
You put all that stress on you. Let me see. Ohio. A bill introduced by State Senator Nina Turner would compel men to get psychological screenings before getting prescriptions for impotence meds. We must advocate for the traditional family, Turner said, and ensure that all men using PDE5 inhibitors are healthy, stable, and educated about their options, including celibacy as a viable life choice. Illinois. State Representative Kelly Cassidy proposed requiring men seeking Viagra to watch a video showing the treatment for persistent erections and occasional side effect of the little blue pill. As she explained, it's not a pretty procedure to watch. Hey, but I'm about to say something. I say it. You would think women wouldn't mind. It's a lot of women that don't mind a constant erection. Missouri, protesting the legislators' vote to reject Obama's contraception coverage mandate. 9 female lawmakers co-sponsored a bill restricting access to vasectomies except for men risking death or serious bodily harm, and determine whether a vasectomy is necessary. The bill reads, no regard shall be made to the desire of a man or father to father children, his economic situation, his age, the number of children he is currently responsible for, or any danger to his wife or partner in the event a child is conceived. Oklahoma.
That's crazy.
When a zygote personhood bill came before the state Senate, Senator Constance Johnson penned an amendment declaring that ejaculating anywhere outside of a woman's vagina constitutes an action against an unborn child. Whoa. Bonus. Johnson also suggests that any man who impregnates a woman without her permission should pay a $25,000 fine. Remind me, don't fuck nobody in Oklahoma.
They got the wild ass shit going on out there, bro.
You can't even beat your meat in Oklahoma.
You can try if you want.
Yeah. 20 and support the child until age 21 and get a vasectomy in spirit of shared responsibility. In response to the same state bill, Senator Jim Wilson proposed an amendment requiring the father of an unborn child to be financially responsible for its mother's health care, housing, transportation, and nourishment during pregnancy. I mean, that's no more than motherfuckers should do anyway. Texas, contesting a bill mandating sonograms before abortion, Representative Harold Dutton unsuccessfully offered 3 amendments in a row. The first would have required the state to pay the college tuition of children born to women who decide against an abortion after seeing a required ultrasound image. The second would have subsidized the children's health care costs until age 18. When that failed, he lowered the age to 6. That didn't fly either. They don't even want to take Texas. They don't want to take care of a child till 6 years old.
Like,
damn,
make sure that nigga grown by the time motherfucker got to do something.
right? Hey, that a bitch. But as we see here, Democrats is flying back with some wild ass proposals, which make the wild ass proposals that hey, is this like a counter offer? Is a counter offer? We giving y'all a counter offer. Okay, you don't like abortions. Okay, how do you feel about vasectomies?
You know, that's some good shit right there. To get deep down in that, that's what's up, because that's like a combat to shit. That's what politics should be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Combat shit.
Right, because at some point you have to make the other side know just how dumb and ignorant them proposals that they making are, because you cannot. I mean, it's like,
yeah,
because you cannot keep on. It's like the Republicans got a war on women's bodies.
True. And then another thing is more like back in the 60s and 70s, where 50s too, where black people was really, for example, we doing something on this podcast where we go back in time, whatever happened on this date in Black history, and we like to talk about that. And when we do that, we call that you know.
Yeah, now, you know.
This day, the 23rd of January, Black history.
Black.
The poll tax was eliminated in America.
Get that shit up out of here.
24th Amendment. Now, everybody don't know what the poll tax was. Poll tax was tax your black ass.
Tax your black ass.
Some money that they know you ain't got.
To
vote. You know what I'm saying?
To vote.
And they said you had to vote. You had to put it in 6 months before time to vote. You had to pay for this shit.
Now that's a dirty trifling shit right there. Because in the Constitution, you are guaranteed the right to vote. You have the right. You're born with it. You're born with it.
We was 3/4 or some shit of people.
Yeah. But they came along.
At least we were some type of people though.
Right. But they came along with every goddamn excuse or way to prevent people from voting. They didn't want women to vote. They didn't want black people to vote. So you come up with all this poll tax shit. You barred women. You this, that, and the third. You disenfranchise people. You gerrymandering. I mean, and this shit is going on to this day. Because they really trying to come back with all this ID, you need an ID and all this old other shit to vote. And basically, it's the poll tax flipped.
Exactly. Now, this was the law. You know what I'm saying? But the law was the tax. I mean, most of these laws don't be exactly saying black. But it hits poor people where that's where black people at. The majority of black people will be. So when they make laws like this, that's what it's aimed to do. Hit directly to black cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one thing about it, they know if we get out there and really, really vote, they in trouble.
Oh, that's the ass there. For real.
Now the poll tax was on every adult community. Poll tax have their roots in their roots, tax systems, and have been criticized as an unfair burden on poor Americans.
Which is correct.
It was enacted in the South.
You know it.
As usual.
As
voting,
usual.
For disenfranchising many African American and poor whites. Again, ever since this stuff been happening, the people that get caught up with us be poor whites.
Poor whites.
And those same poor whites vote for those people that put us
the
here
same people
and them in the same spot.
Look, I want
all
some
these years, boy.
I want some poor white Republicans. If you're out there, or if anybody out there knows some poor white Republicans, come on
YouTube and see if I can find
they come on this show and explain, because look, the same people that are out to disenfranchise us, to keep us in the hole we're in, to keep us struggling, keep our head underwater, they're doing the same thing to you.
Exactly.
But yet, I mean, look,
exactly.
I don't believe that all white people are racist. And because I know for a fact there are some good white people out there. But somebody got to explain this one to me, that how y'all keep falling for the okie doke. Every 2 to 4 years, y'all fall for the same okie doke.
But it's clear that it was going on back then too. They were still mixed up in the same stuff with us.
For the same shit.
Yep. The 24th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified in 1964. That made it legal for states to use payment to all taxes as the requirement to vote in the national elections. Few blacks could vote because they had little money. The poll tax at the time was $1.50. A woman decided to take the poll tax issue to court. In October 1965, the U.S. Supreme Court agreed to her Evelyn T. Butts appeal.
Evelyn T. Butts.
In 1966, the Supreme Court of the United States declared poll tax unconstitutional. Now, which brings us to Butts.
Yeah, and I got a question.
Go ahead.
Can we go ahead right now and make Mrs. Butts our cocoa butter, soul sister, black lady of the week?
Black lady.
You know.
So she's doing double duty this week.
Right.
She is the cocoa butter lady.
The cocoa butter, black lady, soul sister of the week.
That's what's up.
Give it to her.
Now, anybody don't know who Evelyn is? Like you just heard, she appealed the poll tax and got that out of there. And at the same time, she was more of a civil rights leader. She was getting people out to vote. You know what I'm saying? She was a forefront in the 60s trying to get people. Her main thing was getting people to vote. You know what I'm saying? Getting arrested and getting them to vote as black people, as our black culture. You know what I'm saying? Now, she was born and raised in Virginia.
Home girl.
She is best known for the poll tax for show, civil rights movement. The later became an influential member of the Norfolk politics. So she started doing politics in Virginia. She was moving and shaking until she passed away. So this week right here in Black of the Day, we get shouts out to Evelyn T.
Evelyn T.
Butts.
Butts. Yes.
And she also is the Cocoa
Butter Black Lady Soul Sister of the Week.
Yeah, now.
Free.
She's got love being black, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Tupac say, I
Love
remember
to be
Marvin Gaye used to sing to me.
Love
He had
to
me
be
feeling like black was the thing to be. And it
black,
is.
and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud. I love looking
Ow.
back at black people back in the day that was, man, putting their life on the line to put us in a position we can be live over the world like this and talk shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean, like the last couple of shows we talk about the Dr. Martin Luther King, and you know, he sacrificed so much. Malcolm X sacrificed so much.
Yes.
Your John Lewis's, your Jesse Jacksons, your Al Sharptons, your Medgar Evers, and so on. Your Rosa Parks, your Angela Davises, your Evelyn T. Butts. They sacrificed so much so we can have the right to get out here and vote, and so we can have the right and the freedom to do the things that we do and express ourselves in the way we do. And that even include making a fucked up ass, wild ass looking statue that don't nobody know what the hell you made, brother.
Piece of shit ass joint he threw up there.
Yeah.
Damn, I meant to forget his name. We're gonna start pasting his name up here so everybody know the fool name that
when somebody, you know what? We're gonna name our trash bag award after him. And at the year end, and at our Hoodview Honors, our next show, we're gonna name our trash bag award after him because that was a trash bag ass
he
thing.
had the nerve to get a fucking attitude.
They got a fucking
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like you gonna make us like this shit?
Right. You just did some old wild shit and they got a stank ass attitude because everybody asks, what the hell is it? Bruh, I didn't know what it was at first, but I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, bruh, because it is a monument for, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King. And so I've given you points just on that alone. But then you come out with a funky ass attitude after you did some wild shit. You just decided you gonna design some wild shit, then gonna get a funky ass attitude. I had to take my points back. I had to give you a 1.
The bitch asked this nigga if somebody asked you to modify it. Nigga said, man, anybody who? I ain't modifying nothing. What?
See, because the
problem tell me to modify. Like, what the fuck wrong?
Yeah, because and the whole thing about that situation, bro, it ain't about you.
That nigga sick as shit in his head, young. The fuck wrong?
Yeah. Because the situation.
Take your foot off the nigger. Put your hand
behind. Yeah. You know, he made it all about him. Oh, you gonna make me change it? Like you gonna make somebody like your shit.
Make you? Yeah, like
you gonna make somebody whip your ass. That's what's gonna happen.
I tell you what, you don't gotta take it down. Now one of the black motherfuckers around the United States like it. So guess what?
Right.
It's gonna get vandalized. Nobody won't give a fuck.
Hey, look.
If I'm going, when I'm going money in, be like trying to fix that shit back up. Nope.
Hey, when I go see an MLK memorial, I'm going to the one down there on the National Mall.
Man, stop it.
Because that is the one. You feel me?
I'm trying to think of something you could have did if you ain't want to put his face on there. It's just not that, bruh. It could have been, man, I don't know.
You could have easily took the quote, because the quote that was misquoted on it, well, it was a situation about it because it was misquoted on on the memorial on the National Mall, then when they put I think they put I was a drum major for justice. And the quote was, his words was, if you call me, say I'm a drum major, say I was a drum major for justice. If you wanted to do something like that, you could have did a drum with that quote on it. You could have did did some kind of a drum or what, and put the quote on it that says, if you're going to say I'm a drum major, say I'm a drum major for justice. See, bro, I just gave you a good idea right there for Frizzy. You could have did something like that.
He was tripping. Now I'm noticing that the actors is taking this Alec Baldwin back here after shooting somebody, and I'm confused. Like what? When we started,
I ain't doing it on purpose though.
I don't know, bruh.
He ain't shoot the woman on purpose.
Me personally, it's a tough one, man, because they send a lot of niggas to jail a lot for accidentally shooting motherfuckers.
Look, he's involved in a movie in a scene where somebody that's called for somebody to get shot.
It's tough,
and it's supposed to be blanks in the gun. Like I say, if they're gonna get him on anything, it may be. I was thinking about it. It may be some kind of negligence. They might try to say he should have checked the gun, but that's what you hire a prop guy for, to check the damn gun and to put the right bullets in the gun to make sure don't nobody get killed.
Yeah,
he didn't do his job.
It's hard for me to understand. I don't know, man, how they can get him on it. It's just gonna be hard for me.
I don't see it.
Me either.
I'm with you on this one. I just don't see it. I just think at this point, well, everybody's involved is going to be charged. When
Some
at the
kind
end,
of way, yeah.
But at the end, it's gonna come back to the person who loaded that gun. And that's the only thing I can see is going to come back to the person who loaded that gun, and that person has to answer a question. Where did the rounds come from? Did you know you was loading live rounds? Did you make sure they was blanks? Did you do everything you supposed to do? Did you matter of fact, after you loaded it, did you test fire the ammunition to make sure they were blanks? And if he say no, then he was negligent in doing his job.
I feel bad for him, man, because he ain't supposed to do nothing but just act and shit. Like,
right.
I in a way, I feel bad for him in a way.
Right, because his job is not there. It's not in his contract to set up the props and make sure the props function as they supposed to. That's somebody
crazy.
else's job.
That's like if you're swinging on something and fall and snap and break your neck.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Right.
You gonna blame me and shit? I was negative, nigga. No, somebody
no.
My ass gonna fall down.
Can't do that.
Now, Lisa Ann Walters, who plays Melissa on the ABC sitcom Abbott Elementary, and is a member of the executive committee at Zaga at AFTRA, said actors shouldn't take the blame in gun accidents. If you're requiring that actor be in charge of armory or stunts, that's not where they're to do. Walter said, she said once felt safe on film sets with guns, but no more. Things like just make me feel like you never know what could go wrong. The training, the top-notch union crew, and most importantly, the time to plan the stunts and effects is absolutely integral to safety on the set. Otherwise, you get these tragic results. True. Walter is planning to raise a motion with the SAGA AFTRA to ban the use of real guns and use fake weapons with effects done in post-production. She would like the rules to be incorporated into the upcoming contract negotiations this year with producers with producers and collaboration with actors this year. Now, I don't know.
Boy.
I don't know. Why would you be using a real gun any fucking way? I don't know.
But you can on it for real. The technology in movie making is such these days that you can for real. You can use a real unloaded gun to shoot a scene, and you can put in the sound effects post production.
True.
You can that's easy.
But what's the reason for a real one? You can't get nothing to make it look real.
Because of realism. You want realism. Okay, the realest thing, the closest thing to a real gun that you can put on a set is a BB gun. But the way the barrel and the hole on the front is,
you can make a gun that don't fire, that don't really shoot.
Yeah.
Like
I say, are you on it for real? You can take a gun, you can take a real gun and just take the firing pin out.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just make it so the gun really don't shoot, but it's real.
You want if you want realism, in your movies and in your films, which everybody's going for anyway. So you can use a real gun. You can take the firing pin out to make sure nothing like that happens. Yeah. And you can edit and put the sound effects of the gun going off in post-production. That's easy. You got people that can do that. You got motherfuckers out here that make people say shit they never said and put people in places they never been in post-production. So I
will say though, if they was like earlier, let's say earlier they had the guns, him and people out that joint, and they put the real bullets in there to do some target practicing out there. Now these niggas are negligent, bro.
That's negligence.
You feel me? Or another angle, what if he was fucking with the broad and she's about to snitch or something?
And
he off her. You know what I'm saying?
But it's so many things it's so many things you can do, because you can make it so that now it's not one person in charge of that gun. Them type of props, that the ammo, the armory or whatever. You can have two people in there that and you can have you can have them load that gun, and you can test fire that gun, or you can have somebody check all the ammunition before it is loaded in and load a certain amount of you can say, well, fuck it, in this scene we find 6 shots, so you make sure that 6 blank rounds is going in there, and you can have somebody test it, shoot the gun, and make sure that the box of ammo or whatever is not live. It is so much shit you can do. And then you can have somebody witness it, sign off on it, and blah blah blah. And that way, if something happened like that, who fucked up.
I mean, now they got unions, so retroactively now you can do a lot of things. You can make it so one person is responsible for that.
Yeah, but that's probably what happened. One person is responsible for it, and that one person fucked up, because somehow, some way, live rounds got on that set. And
see, what they can do now is probably punish the manager of the crew or some shit like that. Well, you have one direct person that's directly responsible for the gun itself. The name, just like we were doing the pickle, you were responsible for that shit.
Oh my God!
Shit, if one person responsible for it, that's your ass. If anything happened to this gun, and sign this too, because you
got on my nerves with that
somebody
shit.
Ass gets shot.
You're right.
You already know what's coming to you.
Right. We know. Yeah. Right.
So I think that'll be different too. And then, like she said, use prop guns or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, it's gonna be some changes, but it should have been changes made after Brandon Lee was killed in the same fashion.
Exactly. So for them to act appalled,
like this shit ain't happened before.
Oh, now we need new rules or some shit like
that. Right.
That's not like y'all ain't had a heads up on this one, bro.
Hey, what we didn't tell them 1,000 times. This shit ain't new. This shit just new to you.
That's all. Now, again, I want to stress, it could be something we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, but on the surface, I feel bad for him. But now, if the police know some other shit, he was fucking with the bitch, or some foul shit was going on,
right?
Or them niggas was playing with the guns earlier, put real bullets in it, some shit.
Yeah, but ammo can get traced back to back to the manufacturer and who sold it to who. So you best believe somebody know who bought them motherfucking who bought them rounds, them live rounds from the store, and they didn't went to that person. No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That motherfucker had that shit.
They ain't gonna be able to pinpoint it on one person. What?
Yeah, it's gonna be some shit. But I got in the end that Alec Baldwin is not going. He ain't going to jail. But
it's gonna be some type of
it's still gonna come out that he gonna when the inevitable lawsuit come along, he kicking out some cash. That's partly what that's about.
You definitely gonna do that, bro.
You know, when an inevitable lawsuit rolls up on you.
But you don't think he's going to jail?
No, I don't think he's going to jail. I think the chances of him going to jail behind this is very, very low, because he's only doing what he been doing. Because once they get him on the stand and they'll ask him, they'll probably the prosecutor will be like, have you ever checked the gun? Have you ever checked the ammo or make sure it was blanks or whatever in there? And he'll say never. It was we pay somebody to do that.
True.
I never checked. The gun is supposed to be, the gun goes through these procedures and blah, 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 and it is handed to me. So if anything, the producers, they gonna be in trouble. We already know the prop guy going to jail. He gonna put
the prop guy in jail though.
The prop guy. Look, let me tell you something. All of this shit is coming back on the guy that handled that gun, that handled them rounds, and loaded that gun. He's supposed to know all this shit before this gun even see Alec Baldwin.
True.
So all that shit coming back on bruh. Watch.
I've never
we ain't black evil.
For a flash round. Because from my understanding is, can I borrow your pen for a minute?
You could even borrow.
My understanding is that in a bullet, here's the thing with the pin, and here's the bullet itself. And now here, when you have a cosmetic round, no flash, no nothing, they drill a hole in the side of the brass to signify that it's a cosmetic round. There's nothing in there. There's no powder. But when you have a flash round, and there's stuff in there, wadding and powder to make the charge. This material here, that is the bullet, is made of a clay or some material that just disintegrates. So what you have is bang, and you see the flash go bang, and you hear the sound, but nothing. There's no projectile.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm curious about is what came out of that bullet that went through her body and into his shoulder.
That's
damn
powerful.
Right.
But now some people say you can lodge material in the barrel accidentally, a rock.
Oh, let's stop that for a minute. Hold up.
Which is
Right
why.
there.
Hold on. I ain't never seen this before, but he making a point that it should have been some type of clay or something in there to just say pop.
Right.
He's saying he want to know what the hell was in it that would go through two people.
Right. Because from my understanding, what he just described as two different rounds. One was a flash round, and it was another one that he said they drilled a hole in the side or whatever. It had no powder in it, so it was just like a cosmetic round.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he called them. So he got an understanding of what's supposed to be in them guns.
That's true.
And
he got a lot of understanding. That's true.
Right. So he, I would suspect that everybody in Hollywood, that especially had done scenes where you had to shoot a motherfucker, they especially the first time they were like, well, what the hell is this? You ain't gonna kill nobody.
No, but it's probably the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
especially after you heard somebody been killed like that before.
Right. So he know, and plus he's a producer. He's produced movies, so he has to know. So he has to know, and he has to know the procedures. And what he's saying is he already right there then put it on. He didn't put it on somebody else. I want to know what the hell was in there that caused this to go through her body and into somebody else.
Yeah.
He done already put it. He done already laid his defense. Wait a minute. Look, this is what's supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
This supposed to be. I'm gonna explain to you these two different rounds that's supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Now, what was in there that could went through her and into him?
That's funny as shit. Yeah.
Man, hell nah. Nah,
the nigga said, "Now who put something in there that would go through two people?" Like, what?
Right? no, I don't know what the fuck. Hey, look, I know what's supposed to been in there. Now I don't know what the fuck they gave me. That's what happened.
Hey, that nigga was looking like we need to find the person that did this.
Hey, he was like, "Well, look here. I'm thinking the same shit y'all thinking."
Yes, y'all with me? Y'all see this?
Look,
shit?
we on the same page here. You got me, bro. We are. We here. He said, "What I want to know," and I think what I want to know is what y'all should want to know. Is what the fuck they put in this gun that went through her, killed her, and damn near killed him.
Man, that man was like, "Fuck that, man." It was not me. It was something else.
Hey,
who did it?
Right. Hey, y'all need to investigate some shit. God, and I ain't the one you need to be investigating. Hey, I bet his lawyer looked at that video and said, "Right the fuck on."
I couldn't even text you nothing better than that.
Hey, look. Hey, you ain't need me there. You did all right by your. Hey.
God damn.
Hey, I know he probably like, his lawyer probably like, "This ain't the first motherfucker you shot, huh?"
No bullshit, Slim. That nigga broke it down for 30 minutes. Like, this how it's supposed to be. And what you think? Who the hell did that?
Hey, no pun intended. He broke it down like a shotgun.
He got his man on that one, yo. He did good acting on that.
Hey, he laid his defense right there. And they'll play that tape and look. He go to court and they say, you got anything to add to that? Man, I ain't got shit to add to that. Hey, what I wants to know,
they not even want to pay it.
Look, Judge, what I want to know, what the police want to know, what the family want to know, what you want to know. I know what's supposed to be in that gun. I know what's supposed to be in that piece, and I'm gonna explain to you. And I sit there and explain that what was in there and what it's supposed to work. He even broke it down. One of them had a hole drilled in the side. It didn't have no powder in it. One was had a flash where they did this, and it was there was supposed to be cosmetic rounds.
Crazy
on it. Because cosmetic rounds, they ain't supposed to do shit. So what I'm telling you, and look at the tape. This has been my point for the whole time. Look at the tape.
Hell yeah, that nigga.
What I want to know is what they put in there that went through her and into him. I'm telling you, I know what's supposed to be in there.
That was a funny.
I know what's supposed to be in there. But they gave me some other shit. Somebody gave me some other shit. Hey, he done went.
And he done went.
Like, he went straight. Hey, he went straight Mary and Burry on them people. He said, this goddamn bitch set me up.
Yes, he did. He wiggled out of that joint. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they gonna get him, bro.
They not.
I don't see how they gonna get him, man.
They not.
This gonna be a tough one. Unless they got some shit we don't know.
Like I told you, unless they got some unless he was hitting they think he was hitting the lady, and she was gonna bribe him or spill the guts or fuck his life up or whatever, fuck his household up or whatever.
Indeed.
And he figured that he had to get her off.
Sneak one of these things in here.
Yeah. Other than that, if you ain't got that, they gotta have a motive. If they ain't got no motive for him, for him to say, okay, well, look, I know I'm using a motherfucking 9mm Beretta in this motherfucking scene. I'm gonna bring this other clip here with some live shit. I'm gonna kill
this bitch.
I'm gonna kill this bitch today.
Exactly.
By accident. You gonna talk that shit. I'm gonna kill this bitch by accident on purpose. That bitch.
Hey, that nigga smart as shit though. God damn. That was all right though. Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. The Hood View Politics, you know what I'm saying? That, I told you we sneak in on any night. You never know.
What are we?
Tuesday for show.
For
Catch us live
shizzle.
in the pit. You know what I'm saying, dog? For
Right
show.
on.
Like you said, you
Yeah,
got a
we
show
gotta get
for
back to
y'all,
the pit.
for y'all Tuesday. For
Oh yeah.
the
And
comparisons.
don't forget, we gon' it's Obama versus Biden.
So we're gonna show the comparisons on the first 2 years of both of them.
Right on.
How much who got done, you know what I'm saying? But I really still think the healthcare bill was a huge joint, bro.
Huge.
And remember, no
Huge.
Republicans voted for it.
You wanna run that by me again? No, not a one, not a two, not a
Not good.
nothing. A big fat 0.
Exactly, not good. Always remember that. Always remember
Right.
that.
Yeah, remember that and don't forget it.
Don't forget, we be here Tuesday night live again. You know what I'm saying?
Live within living color. Back on set. You ain't been on the set in a minute, so we got to get back on
Best
set.
believe it. Best believe it.
Yeah, we gotta bring it. You gotta bring the real.
Shout out to Mrs. Tubbs.
Oh yes, Mrs. Tubbs. Me and Mrs. Tubbs.
Yeah,
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view.